So I lucked out and got a pair of these online when they dropped. I posted on Twitter the other day that I did not know what this logo was on the back of the shoe. And I did get a little bit of hate with that, which honestly, it kind of is expected. If I'm going to be asking questions like, what does this mean on a pair of shoes? It's like in the card market going, is this card any good? And like people were like, dude, if you don't know anything about it, like why are you buying it? Like you shouldn't be able to buy it if you don't know the details about the shoe. And I posted just a reply out there on Twitter as well. Just like, you know what? Here's the thing. I'm an older collector and I don't know every single detail about every single sneaker that comes out. It gives you the opportunity to appreciate something when you actually finally get them in hand and learn more about this. I just wanted to throw it out there that we're not gatekeepers. We are a collective in this community of sneaker people, whether or not it's a sneaker community or not. Like we are a collective, a group of people that like have a same desired like interest. And so there's no point in like hating on somebody for the fact that they don't know the details about one thing or the next. As an older dude, I'm not hating on the younger people that have never seen Michael Jordan play, love his sneakers, buy all of his sneaker drops and stuff. And the only reference they have is from watching The Last Dance. Like, I'm not hating on those people. It's okay that that's the scenario. And the fact that you're like learning and drawing an appreciation and understanding why I like Jordan the way that I did when I was a kid. If you can get that same feeling from watching a TV show or a YouTube video, then by all means, like research, explore, learn, and appreciate. And I think that's the main lesson here for anybody looking for a lesson. Nobody probably stopped you for that. And I just wanted to throw it out there. Any which way, we'll get into 5 hidden details on this sneaker right here. There's a lot of backstory and there's a lot of really cool details that Tobias McIntosh put into this product right here. Now this dude, I reached out on Twitter and asked for just some information about the shoe because I honestly didn't know what this back logo was on here. I thought it was maybe like kanji or something like that. But he actually replied back, gave me some details about the product and said he's been a fan of the channel for a while, which is super cool. To be able to see that he's watched my videos and stuff. But anyways, here's a first look at the shoe. You can see lots of really crazy details. And then we do have extra insoles as well with some extra details and then extra laces. So first things first, Tobias Harris started Crenshaw Skate Club CSC when he was only 14 years old in 2017, which is nuts. Like he's only started this a little while ago and then he has a Nike SB collaboration. The craziest part to me though, it's not actually a shop. He doesn't have a physical location. It's just an online presence and he has a Nike SB collaboration, which shows a crazy amount of forward progress with Nike SB lineage and the fact that they actually have a collaboration with somebody that doesn't have a physical shop. I think that that is like the coolest part. The fact that Tobias actually grinded his way through, created a brand at an early age. It's still young. I think he's still in college actually. And then he ends up creating like a product like this and collaborating with the mega giant Nike SB. It just shows that there's evolution in Nike SB and it shows that there's evolution in like the talents and stuff that they're finding out there. And I like it. I'm there for it because it's not the same sort of undefeated collab or, you know, like Supreme collab or whatever out there. It's more grassroots and something that can shine a super mega light onto a smaller project like what he's been able to create through the internet. And so nothing but kudos to Tobias for being able to actually have this opportunity. Now the first hidden detail that I wanted to mention is the CSC logo on the bottom of the shoe. Now when you put the shoes together, you could see the CSC with a bunch of kids and building blocks, and there's a reason why they chose that. He said it's a reference to the daycare near his house that had different kids on an ABC blocks. And he wanted to change the idea, and the reference resonates with him because it talks about building a brand and building CSC in general. So building blocks, building a brand sort of vibe. The next hidden detail, let's go ahead and get into that little back logo there. It's not Japanese or Chinese or anything like that. This is actually a nod to the Crenshaw sign in the shopping center near where he grew up. And it's a really dope detail and it kind of reminds me of this. You see the 23 back here on the back of the Tokyo Air Jordan 5s. A lot of people think that this is like some sort of Japanese like kanji or something like that, but it is actually an inverted 23, so it kind of has a really cool effect. I think that he accomplished kind of the same thing with the outline of that sign right there. It's one of those hidden details that I honestly didn't know and I was very curious about because I was like, what does that mean? And then I saw that it was actually a nod to the sign, which brings me to the next hidden detail about the shoe, and that is the Patina Effect over top of the shoe. Just the overall colorway in general is a nod to that same exact sign. He said this colorway is a reference to the oxidation of the old Crenshaw Square sign. The sign that's currently there is actually red and blue, but the original sign was white with red printing, but as the sign got older and oxidized, the green patina started to show on the edges. So when he had the opportunity to design a pair of sneakers, he wanted to have this landmark involved. For those that didn't know, like the Patina Effect is like that same sort of vibe as like the Statue of Liberty. It's just something that ends up happening over time, the oxidization, as they said. So that was another one of the things I didn't really understand is the colorway in general, and the reason why is the red and then the oxidation of the green, which makes perfect sense. And so again, just knowing the details about the shoe helps me appreciate like the idea and the concept of what he went with, which is really cool. Also, the other hidden detail worth noting is this is actually like a rub away upper on the parts of the shoe that are like red and green. And you can see that as it kind of like chips away on the shoe. As you skate in these shoes, you can kind of rub off the layer and then it reveals the under layer. So I think that that is another great hidden detail. Again, it kind of true to the form of like what the sign was doing with the original inspiration. Now the next hidden detail is one again that I didn't know about. I asked him and then he mentioned this was his favorite detail in the shoe. And on the reverse side of the tongue, you can see the CSC building blocks for the logo, but then there's a little flap down here. And if you lift it up, it says, "We are the ones." And then on the other shoe, it finishes the quote, "We've been waiting for." So it says, "We are the ones we've been waiting for." And he said it's his favorite quote. And again, it's just a hidden detail that I wouldn't even known that, first of all, that they connected the dots, and I didn't even think to flip up the tag to look at it because most of the time it's just sewn on. Now also just a note, it does say Crenshaw Skate Club on the back of one of the tongues and then the logo on the other. And then also on the tongue, it says CSC SB and then Nike SB in the building block sort of CSC font. So the Nike SB Dunk Low Pros are a little bit different than the regular ones because of the like fattened tongue. The tongue is extra puffy, and the reason why is obviously for skating, comfort, and padding and whatnot. Now moving back to the outsole of the shoe, you can see it does have some clouds that are like interlaid on the bottom of the shoe. Love that effect. The fact that you actually have a little hit of white there that they added in the mold, as well as the underlay of the tree. And it's kind of cool because it makes it look like it's like multiple layers because the clouds stick out a little bit further than the palm tree on the bottom. Obviously that's a nod to California because of the palm tree. Also back to the heel of the shoe, you do have Nike embroidered on one in the CSC font and then CSC on the back of the shoe as well. Now moving on to another detail, you do have two different sets of insoles. As you can see, this one is reddish and green. Again, kind of a nod to the sign, I'm assuming. And the other one has the palm trees and the clouds with Crenshaw Skate Club. And I like that they added Crenshaw Skate Club in the logo for the shopping center. So again, it's another nice little full circle detail that they added. And for those that didn't know, you actually have zoom bags on the back of the insoles on the Nike Dunk Low Pros. And this one specifically has the Crenshaw zip code on the bottom. So again, another really nice hidden detail that they added into the product. So he also provides a reason why he included so many extras with this sneaker release. He wanted to include all the extra laces and insoles and whatnot for a cohesive product because he knows what it's like to save up to get a pair of shoes and how hard it can be for people who grew up like him. He wants us to get a product with a lot of thought and detail so we feel good about the product. Well, Tobias, you, my friend, have succeeded in your mission. These things are incredible and you did a great job on your first collaboration with Nike. And I say first because I imagine they're going to want to collaborate with you again. It's really cool to see like young creatives come out there and create something really cool and something that's meaningful and impactful to them. And it's something that resonates with other people because everybody has a life out there. Everybody has their own story that they're able to tell. And I think that's an obvious relatable thing that you can actually turn into a product and share stories. And I think you've done a great job with what you've done. And I'm glad that I didn't know anything about this product ahead of time to learn and like appreciate more what we have here. So anyways, hopefully you guys appreciate the video. If you guys did like the video, drop a like on the video. It means a lot if you guys do that. Appreciate y'all for stopping by. Subscribe if you're new. And hopefully we'll see you back for some more sneaker content on the channel soon. All right, peace guys.